What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Digs Overboard, and welcome to Fly Fishing Fridays. It's a new segment that we're going to be doing every week. Fly Fishing Friday is going to be an episode that we put up on the channel that is going to be fly fishing. Whether it's me and the buds going out, throwing fly lines, throwing flies, catching fish, or doing how to fly cast, how to roll cast, how to haul, or how to set things up, or even like today where we're tying flies. So it's going to be anything fly fishing related, and it's going to come out every Friday. I hope you guys like it. I'm really looking forward to bringing in this thing. Fly fishing has become such a fun adventure for me, and I really want to share it with you guys, and I want to create something that, aside from just sharing it with you, if you're hesitant about getting into fly fishing, this kind of gives you a little bit more information so you can try it as well. That being said, we're tying flies tonight, of course. We're using the Orvis Premium Fly Tying Kit. Yep, that's right. We're using this thing. It's a really cool kit. It came with everything you need. It comes with everything you need to get started in tying flies. It has all the materials to tie 10 of 16 different flies. So by the time you're done, you should have like over 100 flies. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at math. Don't judge me. But we're gonna tie the easy fly, the San Juan worm, which, let me bring this up over to you guys so you can see it. San Juan worm. We're gonna tie the San Juan worm tonight. It's a very easy fly. I actually already tied one up. Let me show you guys that right now. A little San Juan worm. Yeah, that's going to be great. I can see that being great for bluegill, Mayan cichlids, and of course it's supposed to be amazing for trout, but I'll have to travel for that. That being said, let's go over our materials. So to start with, the most important part of a fly is probably the hook. This one is done on a size 8 scud hook or caddis hook. Not really sure what makes it a scud hook or a caddis hook. Again, I'm still really green at this fly fishing and fly tying stuff, but this is a size 8. We're gonna pull one of these suckers out, slap it on the vise, and we're gonna use this ultra thread in 140 denier. Don't ask me what denier means. I have no idea. But this is 140 denier, so it's 140. And we've got some chenille, some red chenille, just like kind of like fuzzy red yarn. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of cool though. But we're going to use that. This is going to make the body of the fly. We also have our head cement, which we'll be applying at the end. And we have a lighter to singe the tips, because that is a very important step. According to the directions, it's a very important step. We also, for tools, I have a pair of scissors or snips. I'll call them snips. It's a nice little one. My buddy Josh gave me these. And this is the whip finish tool that came in the Orvis kit. Use this, it creates a half hitch knot without me having to use my fingers to half hitch over, which I'm not gonna be good at. Also have this bobkin, which we'll be using to apply the head cement. So without further ado, let's slap a hook in there and get to tying. All right, guys, we've got our hook loaded and ready to go. So let's take our ultra thread in the red and let's start it off. So we want to start our thread a hook eye length back. So let's go ahead, and I think they call this a jam knot, but you're really just kind of going over the thread. And I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know why I grabbed that lighter, needed the snips. Let's snip that tag end off. And we're going to take this thread all the way back to the bend of the hook. There we go. Kind of move that up. There you go. It's supposed to be touching wraps. Now, we take our chenille, and we're going to measure out 2 hook lengths. So we take our chenille, and there's 1 hook length, and there's 2 hook lengths. Let's go ahead and trim that real quick. There we go. So we have our San Juan worm chenille ready to go. And we're going to put that midpoint of that, about the midpoint of the hook. And then I'm going to take this and loosely drape it over, just so I don't mess up with the placement of it. And give it a little bit of a tight. And then we're going to do that one more time. Just from what I've been taught from fly tyers that have been doing it for far longer than I have, they say a couple loose wraps to get it in place, and then you can maneuver it, followed by 2 or 3 tight wraps. We'll do a really good job. So now we have that in place. We're going to pull this body back here, take our thread, and we're going to bring our thread all the way back up to our tying point. So right back to that hook eye length behind the hook eye. I'm going to take our body and drape it over the thread, and we're going to come in with 1, 2, 3. And if you notice, maybe not the camera, I'm not sure how the GoPro does with this, but it's pulled the thread over. So I'm going to just straighten that out, tighten it up, pull the head of the worm back. 1, 2, 3, wraps 4 for good measure around the shank. Now we're going to take our whip finish tool and I'll give myself a little more line than that. There we go. And we're going to bring this up, let go, and 1, 2, 3, up, bring this down, let's give it a kind of a tighten, and let's go ahead and snip that off. And there we go. We have our San Juan worm is almost finished. Now we get to play with fire. Kids, don't try this at home. Don't do this without parent supervision. Just like that. We've singed the ends. Pop this out of the vise. I don't know if you guys can see it. This one's a little bit better. You can see that one. But we've singed the ends. I'm going to put it back in the vise. And let's grab our head cement. Now, sometimes head cement, like I have another bottle of head cement, and it has a brush applicator. This one doesn't have a brush, so we use the Bobkin. And I'm going to take the Bobkin and just dip it and get a drop. Place it on the thread wraps. Place it on the thread wraps. And there we go. We have our fly finished. Let me wipe off any excess on a paper towel. Set that down. Replace caps because we don't want things to dry out. And there is our San Juan worm. So I hope you guys like this video. And if you want to see more of this stuff, please hit that like button and subscribe. And we're going to keep putting out content. We've got a whole lot of crazy stuff We've got a whole lot of crazy stuff coming. I'm tripping over my tongue. Sorry. But this is going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. I actually have a trip planned to Arkansas to go fish the White River for trout. That's coming up in September. So, yeah, it's almost a whole year away, Chris. But, guys, it's going to be an amazing trip. There's going to be a few other trips before that. Josh, he's a good guy. He's huge into fly fishing. And I guarantee you, he and I are going to be doing a ton of fly fishing. So, you guys are going to be seeing that. So, I think the head cement on this is dried. So, let's go ahead and pop it out of the vise. And I kind of went overboard. And I tied all 10. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. And there we go. So we have all 10 San Juan worms in the fly box. Guys, I can't wait to fill this fly box up with these Orvis flies and have you guys along for every step of the way. So if you guys like this video, again, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys next week for Fly Fishing Fridays. Ooh, I cannot talk. I'll see you guys next week for Fly Fishing Fridays. And don't forget to live the overboard life. Till next time.